What's up, YouTube? This is One Way. Today I'm going to talk about things I've been seeing on these YouTube streets. Compared to the real world. I noticed there's a lot of people out there convinced into believing the BS. And I see it a lot in the YouTube. Not so much in real life. I do see it. But on the YouTube, I see it. It's just everywhere. What I mean is, for example, say if you had hard times, and you're out living, maybe in a bad situation right now. Maybe in a tent or homeless somewhere. It's one thing to say, I'm just in a bad situation right now, and to be honest about it. Because people like me, I'm willing to help out, and I feel for people that are in bad situations when they know they're in a bad situation. You know what I mean? And they let it be known, not let it be known as far as like advertising their situation, but just being honest about their situation. See, on YouTube, you'll have people living, homeless in cars and in tents, trying to convince you that everyone else is living stupid because they're out here paying bills. They're out here going to work. They're out here taking care of family and stuff like that. There's people out here that'll really have you thinking that, you can be in a tent and not do shit, and then go out there and beg for money all day long. And then they'll have you thinking that maybe that's the way to go. Because they're trying to convince you that everyone else is stupid out here, waking up, paying bills, paying taxes. Why you gotta do that when you can just go and beg for money and then live in a tent? You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's the BS that I'm talking about. And they'll have all kinds of people saluting them and telling them, yeah, all these people out here, they're stupid, paying mortgages, paying bills, paying car notes. Look at all these dumb people. Why would you want to do all that when you can just live free in a tent? And that's the BS that they're trying to convince you of, the people of. And there's a lot of people out there convinced. And that's one thing that if you're out here in the real world, and if you've been seeing that, I don't know how many of you guys been highlighting those situations, you know, the tent camps and tent cities and stuff like that. And I don't know how many of you guys have been like, oh, I wish I could move in there one day and that. But me, that has never been one of my goals. You know what I mean? In fact, I've been trying to avoid situations like that. I would never get on here on YouTube highlighting a situation like that. Especially me, I got a son. You know what I mean? Imagine me teaching my son to just go live in a tent city and be a bum. See, that's one thing that I can't stand for is the BS. You guys highlight prison, talking about, I hope I go back. You know, time. If you was locked up, you know, and I ain't talking about no one that's locked up or been locked up or nothing like that. If you know what you did and stuff like that, or you moved on from it, you know what I'm saying? But if you're out here still highlighting it, talking like that's the greatest time of your life, and now time, you know, the time that you're free now, you know, you're trying to act like it doesn't matter because when you was locked up, you was the man and stuff, and this and that, and there's a lot of people that play it backwards. And instead of seeing jail or prison as maybe a down point in their life, a lot of people claim it to be the highest point in their life. And that's another thing about the BS. See, BS comes in all sorts of types of ways. There's people out here that will, you know, that can't get a female to respect them and to stay with them and treat them right. So they're out here gonna bash every female, or they're gonna say, you know, all you guys with females are stupid and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's again the BS. You know, I was born and raised like, you know, having a woman or having a girl my whole life, to me that kind of mattered. I don't want to surround myself with a bunch of guys and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted me a girl to chill with and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing in life. Even a person like me, you know, if you have it in you, it doesn't take much to find yourself a girl that will respect you and treat you right and stuff. You know, I never had a problem my whole life, all through elementary, high school, all growing up. There was times when I had like 4 girlfriends at a time. I was always talking to girls, you know, even me, with people want to talk about how I look and stuff, but to be honest with you, growing up through school and all that stuff, any girl that I really liked, I was able to fucking get with. And I ain't talking like bragging or nothing, like, I'm just being honest. I don't know if it's just the way I was able to talk to the girls, whereas the guys were just kind of didn't know how to talk to the girls, you know what I'm saying? But shoot, I had girls calling me all the time. shit, I'm gonna admit my wrong and shit. I ain't gonna say what I did was cool either. You know, back in the days, I used to be macking on my friends' girls and shit. Like, I'll be out there. I remember one time, I rolled up, I had my friend's girlfriend with me and a few of her friends. We rolled up to a party and shit. And to her surprise, her boyfriend was there and shit. You know, and here I am rolling up with, you know, 4 girls. He was there with all his homies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And right away, his homies were looking at me. And I knew that something was about to go down, you know what I'm saying? And because I knew I was at the wrong. See, right here, I'm admitting it. You know what I'm saying? But this is being a youngin', being stupid, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, her boyfriend was like, you know, keeping it cool with me. Because I think he kind of knew my reputation and stuff. And we've kind of dealt with business back in the day, so he kind of knew how I was. So I think he respected me, even though, you know, what I did, what I was doing was wrong, you know what I'm saying? So he acted like, you know, nothing big, but I seen all his homies and shit, like I said, mean mugging me and everything. But you know, time went on. I chilled there for a little bit. I was kind of feeling, you know, I was kind of stupid just for staying there. But you know, you're just so young and you think you're just all this and that. So, you know, I was staying there like a dummy and shit. Nothing went down, thankfully, because them the stories that you hear about when, you know, people end up coming up missing. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. A lot of you guys, I don't know where you guys are from or nothing like that, but you know, out here where I be in this area of California, especially where I was kind of born and raised a little bit out there in Salinas. You know, there was no BS, you know what I'm saying?